Yo, it's Sunday vibe, time to plug in the crew. Holly and the bros, yeah, we're coming through. Sweet but spunky, there's Holly on the rise. Sharp wit, quick flips, fire spark in her eyes. Josh got the wisdom like a sage on the mic, dropping knowledge bombs, keeping everything tight. Caleb's the giant, gentle hand, steady flow. Big heart, calm voice, always ready to grow. Greg's the wild card, conspiracy king, spinning stories, theories, makes your brain swing. Holly and the bros, we're taking over the show. On YouTube and X, every Sunday we blow. Talking sports, politics, wrestling, crypto too. Four best friends bringing real talk to you. Holly and the bros, yeah, we're rising high. Tune in, turn up, let the good times fly. From the sweet to the spunky, from the wise to the bold. This podcast fire, every story told. Holly's got that spark, like a firecracker pop. Sweet smile with a bite, never gonna stop. Josh breaks it down like a scholar in the zone. Every word he drops feels like a cornerstone. Caleb's giant presence, calm as ocean tide. Gentle giant's wisdom, always on your side. Greg dives deep where the shadows play, pulls out the secrets that you never saw today. It's more than just talk, it's a family vibe. Four voices united on this Sunday ride. From crypto highs to wrestling rings, politics and sports and all the wild things. They debate, they laugh, they keep it so real. Holly and the bros, that's the deal. Holly and the bros, we're taking over the show. On YouTube and X, every Sunday we blow. Talking sports, politics, wrestling, crypto too. Four best friends bringing real talk to you. Holly and the bros, yeah, we're rising high. Tune in, turn up, let the good times fly. From the sweet to the spunky, from the wise to the bold. This podcast fire, every story told. So get ready to listen, to laugh and to learn. Every Sunday's a chance for the tables to turn. Holly's fire ignites, Josh's wisdom guides. Caleb's calm steadies, Greg's mind never hides. From crypto coins flipping to the wrestling rings roar. From politics battles to the sports fans score. They cover it all with style and flair. Holly and the bros, nothing else compares. So hit that subscribe, don't miss a beat. Holly and the bros bring the heat. On YouTube and X every Sunday night. Tune in, join in for the freshest insight. Four friends, one crew, one podcast flow. This is Holly and the bros on the mic, let's go.
Five, four, three, two, one.
I'm Caleb. Please like and subscribe.
What'd you think?
Hey.
Nice.
Awesome.
Nice.
It's so I don't know how to sing, but I can make music and I can write lyrics. So that's AI singing.
Stop it.
I found an AI version. Now, I will tell you, it took me a really long time. I've been working on it for a few weeks now without telling anybody. But AI is pretty cool, but you have to be pretty specific on what you want it to do and how you want it to sound. And that's the best I could get it to sound. You should have heard some of I deleted the versions. I should have saved some of them so you guys could hear them because it was bad. But
It was really good. I was surprised. I was like, wait, what?
I know I can see your guys' reactions down at the bottom, and I was just watching each one of you guys kind of groove into it a little bit and things like that. But no, it was, one of the problems that we've had is that we get started live. And I mean, I understand, so I don't want this to sound negative, but people can't just rush right in and get involved in the first 30 seconds.
Right.
So my thought was, I don't think people want to listen to a beat that I create for 3 minutes or whatever it may be. But that's kind of, if you've never seen the program before, kind of a breakdown of who we are and what we do. and it's kind of entertaining. And so I was like, that gives people, I think it's 3.5 minutes to kind of get in. See, we're already at 85 right now, and normally we're talking about how our week was and stuff like that, just kind of waiting for people to be able to get in and show up. So hopefully you guys liked it.
It was cool.
Anything catch your ear the first time around? Because I wrote about 95% of the lyrics, but I did
ya?
struggle with a couple things, and mainly about what to say about myself. So
Oh.
AI took the wise man title and turned it into making me sound like way smarter than I actually am. So I was like, oh, okay. And then I shared
I
it
like
with
that.
I shared it with another person, and he goes, I can tell you wrote that.
There you go.
But I thought I don't know. I've been thinking about it. Some people know this, some people don't know this. I dabble in mixed music. I just normally don't let people listen to it. And so this time around, I kind of got the approval from the wife. She was kind of like, yeah, that's pretty good. And I was like, all right, because she's hard to please when it comes to that stuff. So I was like, all right, I think we found a winner. So
Golden.
No, it was
so
really good.
that's my gift to you guys.
Merry
Oh,
Christmas.
with love.
Merry
from
Christmas.
me to you.
Merry Christmas and happy birthday, Caleb.
Yay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Happy birthday,
So not only was
Mr.
it
President.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
time to
Whoa.
mute
Wait, that was for
Greg.
another day. My bad.
All right,
Sorry.
Greg's kicked. We're going back to 3-man booth again. No, not only was Friday the 4th of July and the country's birthday, but it was also Caleb's birthday. And
Yeah.
next year it ends in a 0.
Yeah. 60.
So
Oh, shut up.
60. Oh my gosh. 40.
60.
You can imagine.
Gosh. 40.
How was your guys' 4th of July? Traditional? Not so traditional?
Untraditional.
Untraditional.
No fireworks. None.
What?
Didn't shoot a one.
Oh, I actually did. But mine
Whoa.
were fountains, right? Like you just
Yeah.
light it and run, and then the fountains that was
Put
fun.
your other hand up, Holly. All right, it's got all our digits.
I got all my
Oh,
digits.
whew.
Yeah.
No scars.
Because
No.
Caleb and I didn't shoot off any either this year. It
I
was
know.
last.
Casino.
Yeah, we took him out for his birthday to the casino. We didn't win anything.
Oh, did you guys go?
Yeah, but we didn't win. But we had fun.
Yeah.
Ho Ho went with us.
Ho,
But,
ho.
Last year we bought some, like, we call them cakes, but the boxes of fireworks that shoot off different things out of them, and they're whatever.
Yeah.
That is the year that I realized how outrageous fireworks are in price. Because what I used to buy, like even 2 or 3
expensive.
years ago, I could only buy like a third of it last year. So this year we didn't even go look. We saw other people shooting them off, but
Yeah.
we didn't spend any of our own money on it because no, thank you.
So
Yeah.
Holly, did you get Roman candles? Or just
No, absolutely not. No.
All right.
It's all every single one we bought. They were big too, but they all ended up being like fountains. And then like one of our fountains, the big one, it was like a disco radio thing, and it was big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was so pretty. It went super high in the air, but it was just a fountain, and then there was like loud noises, and they were popping, and
Those were my
Loud
favorites.
noises.
The fountains were my favorites.
yeah, we did them in the middle of the street, and people were driving like by them as it's exploding. I'm like, okay, you can obviously see it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So if your car gets messed up, don't blame us.
Yeah.
Does Mike D have all his digits?
He has all his digits. Yes.
My name's Mike D, and I'm about to get money.
I got to find some way each podcast to throw that in there. And
Yeah.
my apologies to Mike D. I could not figure out how to get him in that intro song. I racked my brain over and over to try to find something that would rhyme and throw it in there somewhere, and I just couldn't figure it out. So my apologies.
He'll
Did
be
he
all
use
right.
his leaf blower to clean up?
Spence, listen, we bought sparklers and snakes,
Yeah.
Whoa.
and none of the snakes worked. I don't I don't know if I was lighting them
Oh,
or what happened, because I was
Hmm.
really excited about, like, we got snakes and caterpillars and neither of them worked. So I don't think I was lighting them right.
you know, I don't
Caterpillars?
know. I think they just are. A lot of them are duds. I have the same problem with those.
Oh, you will see, and I didn't try all of them because I got pissed off and I was like, these are stupid.
Yeah.
But I
There's
did get
that bite that I was talking about in the song.
but we did get these
Yes.
cool little chickens that like lay eggs, but they're
Yeah.
little balls of different colors. It was that those are pretty cool until like I didn't realize it was going to make a loud noise and spin all crazy. Scared the crap out of me.
Holly, you remind me of like the 5-year-olds at the family barbecues that shoot the fireworks off.
Fireworks scare me. They scare
Have you seen the pooping dog?
Yeah.
It's like the chicken, but it's the snake comes out of his butt. Makes it poop.
My kids get those.
Of course it does.
Or they used to.
No.
Yeah.
We did get my favorites are the little tanks. Those
Oh,
are
Oh,
my
the tanks.
You are 5.
Those are classic.
Those are
classic. Those used to be the best.
And then my daughter, my worst ever things are those little poppers, right? Like that you throw on the ground and they pop. And
Yep.
my daughter snuck some of those in the basket and I didn't realize it. And she was throwing them at me. She kept throwing them. And I was really upset about it.
Hmm.
Well, that's what they're
Mhm.
for.
What a brat.
So, do you know what the jumping jacks? What they used to
Yep.
be called jumping jacks. They look like firecrackers, and you light them and they spin.
Yeah.
That's what we used to do: is throw them under people's lawn chairs when we were little.
That's fun.
Used to make
See,
the
fun.
boomers super upset at us. But back
Oh,
in
yeah.
the day, the lawn chairs were those vinyl, like woven
Yeah.
Yeah.
seats. Yeah,
Yeah.
but burn holes in a couple
They
of them
could-
from
yeah.
time to time.
Oh, yeah. I would
Yep.
be so mad.
I had a
Or
guy
just-
one time that made his own firework, and it was like a giant Roman candle, and he tied it to the guide wire of a power pole. You know how the power poles have the wire that come down? And
Yeah.
he tied it to that, and it blew the guide wire out of the ground.
Mm-mm.
Ooh.
Yeah, needless to say, he got in trouble. I don't know if he ever did that again.
Yeah, that's a bad idea.
But it was
Yeah.
loud. And
Not
unfortunately, I did see on the news that there were a couple of public displays throughout the country that didn't go off as planned and people got
Yeah.
hurt. And I mean, we used to actually shoot like professional grade fireworks off for the city of Drexel.
Mhm.
And we don't do that anymore, but you have to have a special license to purchase things that big, like 10-inch mortars. That
Just put 'em in
I
the
don't know if
ground.
that sounds big to you or not,
That's big.
but it's huge. Like you have to have those tubes buried in the ground. You can't have them on top of the ground. And you would dig them. And I don't know how tall were those
I mean-
those tubes, like 8 foot, 6 foot, something like
Something
that.
like that.
And you would
Yeah.
only leave like 2 feet out of the ground. But
Mhm.
after they fired, and you only fired one out of each tube, you didn't ever reload it. It would sink that thing another like 8 inches to 12 inches into the ground. That's how much force there was for it to go up and explode.
Cannon.
That's
Yeah.
big. I mean, you can stick
Yeah.
your head in it.
Mhm.
And they say for every inch, Caleb, is this right? For every inch, it went 100 feet in the air. So like a 10-inch went like 1,000 feet, an 8-inch went 800 feet.
Something like yeah.
Yeah, it was something to that. There was some sort of equivalent to that, but yeah,
Meg, I like how your mind works. I never
like
thought
that.
of that, but throwing jumping jacks out that would have been awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
That would have been probably a bad idea, but that would have been cool to see in the rearview mirror.
Terrible idea. That is a
Yeah.
terrible idea.
No, we
Especially
should
if
do,
there's cars behind you, that would have been a real bad idea. But
could do drive-bys with Roman candles.
yeah, it's like
Sure.
twisted metal kind of stuff right there.
So nuts.
Yeah.
Next year, we're doing it.
Yeah.
Next year, we're going to do it. We're going to terrorize the local communities with drive-bys with Roman candles. My
Roman
luck,
candles.
somebody would
We used to
open up
fight
their
with
front
those.
door
Mm-mm.
right as I shot it, and it would go in their house and burn it down or something. That'd be my
Yeah.
luck.
Yeah.
I
Those
can't
are
get away
fun.
with that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So,
We used to shoot each other with those.
Holly, you bought, I think you may be the only one out of the four of us that bought fireworks this year.
Yeah, we bought a lot. Well, you know what? After like setting them all off, it didn't feel like that many, but it was expensive. I mean, I think
Yeah.
we spent
Right?
like $200 on fountain fireworks. These weren't even like crazy great fireworks. They just were pretty fountains, which
Yeah.
I A-okay with. I'm sure Mike D wanted to like blast some off. And I know my daughter did because she was like telling my mom's not letting us get fireworks. So then my mom called and said, better get fireworks for your daughter. It was a whole thing.
You got in trouble by your mom?
I did.
Wow.
Melly knows what to do. Like I still, yeah, my
Maybe,
mom.
maybe I don't want to meet Mama Holly. So I'm pretty
Holly-
sure I'm going to get in trouble.
Mama's always mama.
If you get in
Yeah.
trouble, I'm going to get in trouble.
My
Mama's
mom
always mama.
kind of funny because if my mom doesn't agree with something and it doesn't matter who you are, she'll tell you. Like she just won't let it go. She will tell you. And she'll do it in a nice way, but you know she's not happy.
So is she like the
the
sweeter,
worst.
older lady that is pretty, has a lot of spunk to her, but like could
No.
beat you in arm wrestling?
Oh, my mom can totally kick my ass. I mean,
really?
there's no doubt about it.
I like your mom already.
Yeah, my mom is, but she's not like this delicate little flower, you know? She is something else.
Can she, all right. Can she take Caleb in a street fight?
Probably. Like
Oh man,
Mom
what the
power. She has the mom power. That is seriously a thing.
man? I'm scared to meet Mama Holly. I was all excited about it. We are gonna eat good food. Now I'm
We'll
now I
still do
don't
all
know.
that. We'll still do all that.
Just get your butt kicked at the end of the night.
Yeah.
You better
That's
like
called-
the food.
That's called balance right there.
There you go.
Balance of life.
My
True.
dad, I'm more like my dad. Like my dad is the social butterfly, always smiling, always happy. And so that's where I get it from usually. The other side, like the spicy side, is my mom.
Oh,
Spicy's
good to know.
Yeah.
Does your dad dance with
Spicy.
strangers in the middle of the street?
Absolutely.
Okay. All right.
For
Sounds
sure.
good.
hmm
Yeah, I know we had talked about it a little bit here and there on social media, but also in the podcast that, Holly was going to make a trip to Missouri, but that got canceled at the last minute. We won't go into details, but everything's good. It's just that we didn't get to hang out. But hopefully sometime soon, in case people were wondering why our stories don't match up to what we did, because she wasn't here. It's not like we just ignored her and said, "Hey, Holly, like park it in the basement. We're going to go out and have fun without you." But I mean, we might have done that if she showed up, but probably not.
I'll get into it. We were supposed to go to El Paso to help Mike's son because his car is messed up and Mike knows how to fix cars.
But he's Mike D. Of course he does.
Yeah. Right. But then I hurt my back. My lower left side of my back is in so much pain I can hardly move. Like I can't do a whole lot of positions because it is brutal. So, yeah.
So no dancing in the street this weekend, or is that how you hurt your back?
No, and I totally would have. I mean, yeah.
Just
It's
wake up that way.
Oh,
or
that
did you do
sucks.
rough.
something to hurt
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
it? Did you wake up that way, or did you do something to hurt it?
The weird thing is I woke up with like a few days ago I woke up with like my shoulder hurting and I was telling Mike it hurts and he was like, I don't know if you guys know, but Mike is like an actual masseuse. He went to school for it and all that good stuff.
What the?
I didn't
Yeah.
know that.
Wait.
What?
Yeah, he's,
All
I
this
paid that
time-
Chinese lady to murder me
Yeah,
in Vegas.
yeah, he-
Right?
What?
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what I was thinking. We could have just
Man.
paid him half price.
Didn't know that. What the hell, Mike D?
You could have
Like-
made some side money.
Wow.
Right, I thought you guys knew this. So,
No.
I'd have paid him.
I'm gonna rent a masseuse table next time you guys come to Missouri. It's
no
massages
joke.
for all. We're putting him
Yeah.
to work.
good at it too. And I try really hard. Like in case of an emergency, I'll use him because I could do it every day. Like it's that great.
That's how you're gonna know if I won the Powerball or if crypto hits big, is I'm going to have a
living
masseuse
Yeah.
that comes to my house every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, he's also a counterfeit. Jeff, he also is a certified yoga instructor.
Oh wow.
Damn.
Oh,
Yoga's good. There you go.
So yeah,
Really?
so he did yoga school and masseuse school all at the same time because he needed to do another one. So he did yoga. Like it was a whole thing. Like I don't know.
Hey,
Anyway,
I mean, we
Pretty
already
cool.
knew he was Superman, but I didn't realize like
yeah,
what like
it sounds
Batman too.
yeah, and
Wow.
you guys really do need to move to Missouri now.
I know.
Acupuncture.
Acupuncture. He didn't get trained in acupuncture.
That's next week.
Oh, I was
Did
gonna say, do
you?
you know?
Did you?
Didn't you ask?
My back hurts so bad to laugh.
You got a certification on the wall.
So
Yeah.
anyway, he like worked on my shoulder, and then I kid you not, the next day I woke up and my lower back is in so much pain. I thought maybe it was my kidney. Like that's exactly where it is, but I've never had kidney pain, so I don't know the difference. Mike thinks it's in my muscle because like I can't really move and it's not a constant pain. It's just when I breathe hard,
Yeah.
like if I take a like deep breath, it hurts, or like if I move a certain way or laugh. So he's gonna try. We're gonna
It's
do.
not constant. It's only when I breathe.
It's only when I breathe, guys.
Yeah,
Nobody-
it's just the intake.
I
of
can't believe you
oxygen.
came on the podcast because you know you're going to laugh and hurt yourself
I
today.
know.
Yeah.
I know.
If anybody thought you were faking, then that's not. We can tell over the last few minutes that your back actually hurts.
Yeah, it hurts so bad. And so the thought of riding in a car for 6 hours is I can't. There's just no way.
So what do you do with the car?
So he's just gonna have to drive it with his bumper almost falling off until next week. We're gonna go next week.
So does he not have wrenches and stuff?
No, he said
Okay.
not really, because I'm like, but you know, and I was telling a coworker about like how we were going to El Paso for this weekend and blah blah blah, and he was like, well, why aren't you flying? Why are you driving?
Yeah.
And I'm like, Mike has to take all his tools. Like
Yeah.
he was like his.
Well,
son
that's
doesn't-
what I was thinking too.
And I'm like, the kids are built different these days, you guys. They're
Yeah.
not the same. They're really not. Like, and no offense
Yeah.
to Mike's son, but my daughter's the same way. She doesn't have shit.
Yeah.
So, like, my dad taught me how to like change a tire and all of this when I was like 12 years old. Change the
Mhm.
oil to my car. Like, no, we don't do that for our kids anymore. Apparently.
Well, I know I've told you guys this story, but for anybody that might have not heard it, I'll make it quick. But I put my daughters both through like boot camp when it comes to that sort of thing. How to change your oil, how to change a tire, how to air up a tire, how to do all these different things. And my daughter turned 16, and like on the first day she's driving, I get a phone call saying, "How do I pump gas?"
Oh, see, yeah.
Because she never paid attention all the times that she was in the car. And like I said before, when I was a little kid, I begged my dad to get out and help him pump gas.
Mhm.
But they just were like on their phones and pay attention. She didn't know how to do it.
Oh yeah, I used to bang all the time
Anything
too.
to do with a car, I was so invested in because I was so ready to drive.
Mhm.
These kids, no. Like Mike's son, I taught him to drive when he was 17 years old.
Yeah.
Because I have better patience and we get along. So I taught him how to drive and all that good stuff. But yeah, my daughter, same way. She does not want to drive. Still to this day, will not drive.
I had every year I had somebody that turned 16 on my basketball team, and every year at least one of them, because normally it was more than one that would turn 16, at least one of them wouldn't get their driver's license for a couple months. I was ready to go
Yeah, I know.
on my birthday, like let's go.
Yeah, I
But
was driving well before I even had a driver's license.
Well, my son Gabe, he's getting his permit, but I ask him all the time to go out and drive. He never wants to.
Really?
Never.
He's
I
old
force
enough
it.
to get his permit now.
Yes, and I
That's
force him
crazy.
to drive, and he never wants to. And I'm like, when I was a kid, I was like begging
Yeah.
to go drive.
We
If for any reason.
we had this little tiny pond in some land that my parents owned, and we would drive the car around it in a circle just to be able to like be behind the wheel. And
Yeah.
then I got in
the
trouble
feel.
for doing a donut. And
You know what? When
Yeah,
I
it was
was little too, like I remember my dad used to teach us how to drive really little. He'd put us on our lap and we'd at least steer. And I mean, seatbelts weren't huge back then. So we
Yeah,
were
yeah.
allowed to do all that. Right. But now you're just not, if you get caught like that, you're going to jail. So maybe that's why. I don't know what it is, but
Maybe.
my daughter just like will pump gas for me because I need to teach her at least that. Sheesh. But
Because
that's
you're getting old and she's taking care of you now.
I remember pumping gas for my mom and leaving a pump in the car. My mom drove off with it in the car still and ripped it off.
Of course you did that.
And I remember telling her she was the adult and it was her fault.
I actually saw that happen. Mom. I actually saw that happen at a gas station about 2 months ago.
No.
Yeah, and then she turned, and I knew who it was because it's a small town, and she came back and parked and basically just walked into Casey's and set it on the counter and walked out all red faced, like super embarrassed.
And those are designed for that scenario.
They are now.
Well, I was gonna say when I remember when we did it, they said that there's like some kind of switch that goes off so that gas doesn't just start pouring everywhere.
Yeah.
Well, and also it has like a quick disconnect.
Quick disconnect.
You used to just pull the pump over if the hose didn't break.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Ugh.
And then enough people drove off. I think they decided that was a bad idea.
Yeah.
But speaking of Superman and Mike D, you know what comes out next weekend?
Superman.
Superman.
Yes.
Are you excited?
Is that why he's in Fortnite right now?
Yes, I think so.
Okay, this is a random Superman right here.
Yeah, I'm sure they paid
a new
Fortnite.
Superman.
Yeah, it's a new Superman too.
New guy.
Are you excited?
I didn't know, but no.
So then
hell yes. July 11th.
You going to the theater to watch it?
Yes, 100%.
See, I really
excited.
Nah.
What?
I really liked Cavill as Superman. Henry Cavill. I really liked him as Superman.
He's the best one so far.
And all those diehard Christopher Reeves people and stuff like that. I'm sorry. I still think Henry Cavill is better than him. And then they ruined it, and now they got a new one, and I'm like, I just don't know. I don't know who it is.
Yeah, but now be honest. When Man of Steel came out, did you think the same thing about not a new guy?
No, I didn't because the guy before him sucked.
Yeah,
well, that's true. That's true.
The guy that made the movie, the Brendan something.
Yes, that was in. He was in like the Green Arrow and did a spinoff, DC Legends
something. But it was the Superman where like Lex Luthor was making more land, or no, he made new land. And he was like destroying the rest of it. Yeah, and it was stupid.
That was a bad one. Yeah, I agree.
I don't. His name is David Cornsweat or something like that.
Cornsweat.
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 Corn is a good thing.
Corenswet.
Cornsweat.
Cornsweat.
Even if that's not how you pronounce it, it's the only way I'm going to be able to remember from the rest of my life.
Yeah, I don't know how to say it. Oh, but he looks like a Superman. Like he would like. I don't know. He looks like a Superman.
He does look like a Superman.
The problem I have with it, and just for the record, Superman has always been my favorite superhero. Okay, so that's why I finally was like the Man of Steel. I was like, that is the best Superman movie ever. And then
agreed.
The very first preview I saw of this new one was the dog. Crypto was his name. Crypto, the dog coming and saving him, and I was like, "What the?
Space Ghost.
I don't want this to be kiddie. I want it to be more like the Man of Steel." And so I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna wait and watch it when it comes out, and I can watch it on my TV at home. And if it's good, I'll start watching the other ones in the theater. But I'm not gonna watch this one in the theater.
It's funny because we were just talking. We had went into town yesterday, and Mike's like, "Let's go do something. Let's go watch a movie." And I looked at him and I said, "Who even goes to the movie theater anymore? I'm not sitting in there for 2.5 hours." He just looked and laughed. I am not a movie goer anymore.
I still like going.
You know, I'm not either, Holly, and I don't really know what it was. It was before COVID that I quit going. It wasn't like COVID stopped me from going to the theaters. It's just
is it the price?
Not really.
Some of them are expensive, like AMC's. The nice AMC's are pricey.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really
know
movie at B&B.
Saw at the theater.
What is the last movie we saw in the theater?
For me, it was Batman with the Twilight dude.
I think we watched that movie.
We just watched one 2 weeks ago, me and Shauna.
What?
And I don't even remember what it was.
Oh, what is that movie? The movie we watched a cartoon. It's with all the emotions, like the little cartoon with the characters.
Oh,
emotions.
Yes.
I think that
Yes.
was cool.
Controlling the girl.
Yeah, I
Or
can't
whatever.
remember what it's called though. But I think
Okay.
I
it's
don't
right.
remember.
Why? Why did you guys watch that movie?
For my daughter. She wanted to see it. And I
okay.
Oh,
those kind of movies too. So I didn't.
I don't like cartoon movies. I just
we watched
don't.
The Karate Kid. That's what we just watched.
Was it good?
Was that
Couple
any
weeks
good?
ago. No.
Okay, well then that means for anybody that doesn't know, that rating means it sucked. Because
If-
Greg
same
tells me things
story.
are good that I think is horrible. If he
And
says
I
it's
love
bad,
Karate Kid.
it's horrible.
And the original Karate Kid was in it, and Jackie
Yeah.
Chan. It was
Yeah.
the same story though, in like 80 minutes, 90 minutes. Same story.
That's not good.
Cash grab.
Well, speaking of, I feel like I have a new idea for all of them.
Oh,
Sweet.
So we all watch different things, right? Like I think I would say for the most part, we're all pretty different on the things we watch.
okay.
Maybe you and Caleb might be the same, but I know for sure me and Greg are complete opposite. And
Nobody's the same as Greg.
and so I feel like we need to start branching out and watching things that the other people do. So like each week we watch something new.
So
Actually,
each
that's a
week
good
we have to
idea.
give each other an assignment.
Like
Yes.
a book report?
Yes, and let me
you know,
because there are shows that I watch that you guys do not, and I can't talk to you about
Oh,
them.
then now here comes the motive.
Oh.
Here's the motive.
you know, as much as we're sitting here going, oh gosh, that's actually a great idea.
Yes, and it'll help us branch out, and then you guys, and then all of
I
us
like homework.
actually get like in each other's heads of good things.
Yes.
So it has to be a show that you like that you're gonna recommend. Well, we're gonna
Okay.
watch.
So do we
I
have
can-
certain people that we recommend the show to, or we all make a recommendation and we all have to watch all 3 other shows?
I think once a week we find a show, like it'll be your turn one week, and then we watch whatever it is. And
Oh,
we talk about
okay.
it, and then the next week it'll be Caleb's turn, and then my turn, and then Greg's turn, or whatever, however we
Like-
want to do it. But each week,
Okay.
one of us is going to give a recommendation of a new show, and we have to watch it. It
Are
doesn't
we talking
matter.
show or
Wait.
movie?
Watch
Are we
what?
talking
Like how
episode?
much? The whole thing? Like
This is
binge?
gonna suck.
Like 3 episodes? Because you always gotta at least give a show 3 episodes before it's
You do
it's-
have to do it, yeah. But
How
let-
about the first season? Most
Okay.
are not more than
week?
10 episodes. Yeah.
can we get through a first season in a
I
week?
don't know.
Honestly? Like
I mean, that's
I'm kind of-
sometimes.
How
not all
about the
time.
goal as a first season, but you at least got to watch 5 episodes?
Greg won't
That's
finish
one a
it.
night.
then you have to watch it every day. Deal.
So,
Okay.
all right, Holly,
Oh my.
I'm going to go in this and protest. I'm starting
like-
this, but
This is like the best thing ever because I won't make you guys watch it because it's almost over now. But
This is the
I have
best
been
thing
watching
ever.
this show called Love Island.
oh, dude,
Oh,
I, dude,
God.
I can't. No,
Oh shit.
no.
Let me tell you something.
No.
It is terrible, but I can't stop watching it. And
Oh,
a
gosh.
lot to do with all the backlash that all of them are getting on X. My ex now, for whatever reason, my algorithm must have overheard me watching the show and decided we're going to give her all like the tweets from everybody. Holy crap. It is so crazy what is going on. Like the whole cast is racist now. Like they're all going to get kicked off the show because of things they said in the past. It is insane. And you know how
Yeah.
I would love to watch this with you guys and talk about it because it is crazy. It is crazy town. So yeah,
I just don't know.
I love the dread on Josh's face. He's
I know.
like,
I'm telling you, I feel like this challenge is going to make me dumber.
mhm. Love. I won't make you
yeah,
guys.
but you
watch
get your turn too.
You do.
We got Holly hooked on Raw, so she's watching.
I know.
All right. So, all right. I listen
Freaking weekend because of you guys.
Clothed porn.
because
Mike D.
because
All right, that'll make it
Me,
easier.
and you can watch it with me
I'm
every
so
day.
sorry, Mike D. I'm so sorry.
Porn.
Another reason why Superman. Okay, Holly. Like, even though I'm going to dread every moment of this,
Every moment of
I will agree. But it's your idea.
What's
You
it
gotta go
on?
first. Tell us what to watch this week.
Let me think.
Oh, I thought that was it.
I can't be Love Island, please.
No.
Oh, well, I
Okay.
kind of want you guys to so we could talk about this, but it's seriously like 20 episodes in. It's insane how
Oh,
long
I
this
am.
What's it
My
on?
head
Like,
would
what
explode if I had to watch 20
service?
episodes of that.
Would it be better to do a
You
movie?
guys will be surprised about how invested you'll actually get. That's what it's surprising to me.
Hey, I leave an open mind.
I'm
What
just gonna
streaming
go,
service
oops.
is it on? Is
One
it
of
on
my
live TV?
absolute favorite shows, and let me think if what it's on. One of my absolute favorite shows is called The Challenge. You guys,
Challenge.
we need to watch The Challenge, and there's like a million.
I'm already regretting this.
No, this one's actually fun, but I feel like they should just start from the very, very first season.
There's like
The Challenge?
I know, but that's when you
It's
get
on
like,
Hulu.
tea.
I don't have
It's
Hulu.
It's on Hulu. I'll share my login for you. So
Yeah,
you
I was
can't
gonna say
miss
we
it.
can share. We can
To
share.
make this work?
It's on Pluto TV for free.
Oh, I have that.
Oh,
But okay, so let me find a good season and then I'll get back to you guys because
Well, let me know tonight because I might start watching the first episode tonight to get it in.
no, you know what? Start from the beginning because you start as the seasons go on. There's like 40 seasons of this.
Okay, I'm not watching that. I'm not watching 40
you
seasons.
know all of the people. I've been watching the challenge since I was like 12. I was
What?
Yeah. So the challenge used to be Road Rules, Real World. You know those two shows?
oh yeah,
yeah.
I see it there. I just Googled it.
Used to start out being the Road Rules, Real World Challenge, and both.
This is an old MTV show.
Yeah,
It is.
and it's still going to this day.
Hey, was
I
Mike the
remember
Miz?
the real world.
Was Mike the Miz on that show?
Mm-hmm.
Really? On the first season?
I'm not sure if Miz was the first season or if he was like the third or fourth, but he was on there.
The Miz.
Mhm.
I like the
And
Miz.
I don't know. Have you heard of Johnny Bananas and CT? Like, they're my absolute favorite people. I love watching it.
CT, like,
His
that makes me think of concussions. I don't know why.
Well,
but-
and he's like, and that's why I want you guys to start at the beginning because CT, who he is today, is completely different than who he was at the very beginning. He
Good or
was
bad?
in control. He is going to beat everybody up. And back then, it was before they had security guards to like stop it. They used to go at it. It was good.
Huh.
Mhm.
All right.
Like a challenge show. So they do all these crazy bungee jumping or skydiving or jumping from a helicopter. It's all these different cool challenges they get to do. Really good.
So then let's all agree if we're going to do it, we're going to do it right. And we'll take some notes on what we think and
Mhm.
like. And is there a clear cut winner at the very end of this challenge thing?
Yeah. Sometimes too, like some challenges, I don't think the very beginning ones, I don't think they like coupled the people up. Like there are some challenges where it's like your rival. You are partnered with your biggest rival and they have to work together to win. And so at the end, that couple will win overall.
Oh, it's like guys and girls?
Yeah.
Hmm.
It gets crazy.
Okay, well, depending on how well I like it or how much I don't like it will depend on your assignment, just so you know.
Yeah, see, and I just don't even know if I'm gonna like hardly anything. Like, if it's a Western like Yellowstone, I have tried to watch that damn show and I cannot get into it at all.
No, I understand. I've seen it. It's okay. It's not, I didn't necessarily like it as much as everybody else does. I've seen people with those decals on those trucks. I saw one guy with a sign that said Yellowstone on a gate to his driveway. I'm like, okay, now we're taking it a little bit too far. But no, I'll try to come up with something good that you can watch relatively easy. There's a few good good stories. Now, the other thing I think we should probably do if we're going to do this right is whatever we suggest that nobody else has seen it yet. Would that be fair?
That could be hard, though.
That could be really hard.
Okay. All right. We'll just see.
I don't know what to suggest.
I
mean,
don't really watch that much
new
TV.
shows going on because
I
you
mean,
know, Wives is going to come up soon.
Yeah.
Right.
What is? What?
What'd you say?
Wives. And
Oh,
you got
God.
Peacock. You have Peacock, so I know you can watch it.
I canceled it yesterday.
Maybe that's
Oh,
maybe I make you guys start watching the Housewives of Orange County. The new season comes up on the 13th. Ooh, maybe that's the one we should do. Since it's like fresh and new.
it's
and
too far out. It's too far. This is your week.
Yeah, that's your
July
week.
13th is. Oh shit! That's next Monday. Damn it.
Yeah.
That's somebody else's turn.
Okay, fine. The challenge.
Okay,
I
I
mean,
think you know what? Maybe we got off a little easy here because I will much rather watch something called The Challenge than The Real Housewives of.
I know. I'm so
whatever.
excited. That's week.
Well, you
4.
know,
So you guys
I
can
mean,
watch.
It's coming down the tube, so
Yeah. So
she
her
gets
next
another
turn will
turn
be the-
eventually.
It'll be week
Housewives.
5 for me. You guys are going to be watching The Housewives.
Get ready.
Mhm.
That
I
sounds
think,
fun
it's-
to me.
I think I'm gonna make
actually.
a big announcement that I'm retiring from the podcast.
No, no retiring.
Week 4.
It's going to be interesting. I like it. It's called perspective.
It is.
Even if I hate it, I'm going to watch it and be like, she
Well,
likes
the
this for
funny
some
part is-
reason.
I'm gonna let you know I hated it though.
Yeah, you can't.
Yeah,
In all honesty, The Housewives, I like watch it and I'm like, these bitches are crazy. They're old and they're crazy. Like, what the hell? This is what you do with a whole lot of money? All right. Yeah. It's you guys will love it.
Well, I have to admit, like, Shauna comes up with these shows sometimes in the past, and I would like, absolutely not, I'm not going to watch that. And I would sit down and watch one or two, and then I would finish it before and I would be like, let's watch one.
Yeah,
You know
that's
what I mean?
my
Like I did that with the show called Outlander. You ever seen that? Where they go
tried to
through
watch
a
it.
portal or
Yeah.
whatever back in time, like the Scotland and England. And it's like kind of like a chick flick is what it looked like to me. I got sucked into that show.
Yeah. I watched the first couple seasons. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
You know what? I've got a couple in my mind that I think I'm going to make you guys watch that I think you might like, and if you don't, that'd just be payback for having to watch Real Housewives.
I know. I'm so excited.
I don't have anything in mind.
I'll have shows you have never seen.
Can we make a rule that they're not cartoons?
Yeah.
I just don't do cartoons.
I don't
I don't
really
want to
do-
watch any of your weird anime
Comics.
crap.
Bob's Burgers.
Fine. No, I can assure you, none of mine's going to be a cartoon. I'm with
Well,
you there.
I guess there are certain cartoons I think I would probably watch, but not like I just can't get into anime. I don't know. Anyways, okay.
I agree.
So will you have to watch The Challenge this week?
Yeah, that's an easy one. I don't know. It says you can watch season 1. The challenge season 1 is streaming on Paramount. But I'll look around for it and I'll text you guys and let you know where to watch it.
So
if
you
you
want us to
log in,
watch
just,
one?
you know.
You want us to watch season 1, not a
Season
current?
1, well, however many you can at the end of, and then we'll talk about it. But because I'll
Okay.
watch it too, because I haven't seen that. And it started in 1998, you guys.
What?
Mhm.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah,
Real
I've been
world.
watching
That's
for so
Matchbox
long.
20, man.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, well, actually, this may be kind of a cool thing. I did see Spence said earlier that he is making a batch of hot sauce that we need to try. And so,
Ooh.
Start to taste this stuff.
yeah, so we've actually had quite a few people talk to us about starting the taste test back up. Here's the issue we have with it is we're running out of ideas. Part of the reason why we stopped doing it is because we couldn't figure out what else to try, and our limited availability for like basically we had to buy it from Amazon so that we could all get it, and we kind of ran out. So if you have ideas or you have links to things, or if you just want to send us something to try, we would do it. I actually do have one that Counterfeit Operator gave us. I'll mail you yours, Holly.
Okay.
I thought I was going to give it to you this week, so I didn't send it. So we might do that next week. Or depending on how long it takes to get to you, we might have to wait another week. But I'm actually looking forward to it, but it is a little bit on the spicy side.
Oh, perfect.
There's Ho Ho. Of
I
course,
mean,
right on
there's
cue.
no-
Oh,
Right on cue.
So the other thing I was going to say with that is, do you have pork rinds? Do you eat pork rinds in Arizona, or is that
Yeah.
a regional thing?
No, we have them.
Okay, well, that's without giving too much away. That's the basis of what we're going to try when you get what I'm sending you.
Is it a chicharrone?
I don't know what that means.
I don't know how you say it. I think that's like the Mexican way of saying pork rinds.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
yeah, I know. I've seen that word.
no, it's not that.
Not-
It's not the Mexican
Okay.
pork rinds. It's just the flavor of the pork rinds.
Oh, gotcha.
we got
We'll
some
see.
2-year-old Vegemite. We could try. See what.
No,
Yeah,
throw that crap in the trash.
I think it's in a box under the table here.
that's
Yeah,
bad.
I might have
Memento.
to. What I might start doing is maybe we'll have a taste test Tuesday, and on every Tuesday on X, maybe I will upload some of our old taste tests
Oh, that would be fun.
because a lot of
Good
people
sour
that are
cream
around
balls.
now haven't really seen a lot of the old ones.
Yeah.
So I might do that. I might start. It'll take me a while to get a few of them rendered and get ready, but I might start uploading some old taste tests on Tuesdays, and then that'll help us kind of like. Spencer, there's no way I can eat that 100-year-old
these
duck egg.
suggestions are
100
giving me stress. Like pickled pig's feet, like
No.
absolutely
Oh.
not.
I would try it.
Yeah,
For the
Greg
show.
would eat anything.
You know,
but
The Sonic
Pickled.
and slushy.
Yeah,
Ugh.
I loved it. My son was like, I want one too.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I'm like, you sure you don't want to try mine first? He's like, nope. And I was like, looked at Sean. I was like, yeah, he's my kid.
did he like it? Did he like it? The
did.
pickled slush?
He drank it
That
all.
doesn't even
Yeah.
sound remotely.
So did I.
Ugh.
You guys would have hated it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So as things have evolved, some of the things that fall off, like the taste test, is not because we didn't want to do it anymore, but literally because after I forget how many of them we did, it had to be in the 40s or 50s. Like we literally ran out of things to try. So yeah, if you think of something, I was actually thinking about putting a PO box out there too if people wanted to send us stuff.
That's
'Cause-
dangerous.
Well, that's why it's a PO box. Okay. Because
No, I'm talking about
What's being
what they're
sent?
gonna send.
oh well, it depends on what it is. We may or we refuse the right to not try it. How about we say that?
Greg will try it.
Yeah, we'll make Greg
Yeah,
eat
I
all the
probably
crazy
would.
stuff. But
Yeah.
no, there's some
I
other
like to
things
try
that
it.
we're going to try to get
try
to
once.
and things like that too. But speaking of segments, are you guys ready for this week's Who Are You?
Let's do
Yeah,
it.
that was fun last week.
All right.
All right.
Do you have your pads of paper and pens ready?
My broken pen. I saw my broken pen.
You
Yes.
saw your book, dude. Somebody buy Caleb a pen.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get him a pen. I'm
Here.
gonna get him like a
I
fancy
got you
one.
one.
All right.
Like a
I'll
Blue's
take it.
Clue pen. That's what we need.
I got a pen.
All right, I'm not gonna this week. I'm not gonna tell you if I think it's hard, if I think it's easy. I'm just gonna show you the picture, and then you
Okay.
guys write your answer down, and then on the count of 3, we'll see what you guys got. Okay,
All right.
here's number
Okay.
1.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I know who that is.
It looks familiar, but I feel like it's a WWE star, but I don't
Ooh.
know her
It
name.
is.
That's not. No, that wasn't her name.
Can I say a hint?
No hints.
Oh, okay.
Cheaters.
I
You guys
just
are all
said that to
cheating.
get you riled up. That's all. All right.
I'll mute you.
I don't know how to spell it.
Holly, got an answer? Make something up.
It's.
If you don't write down an answer, then we're gonna have Mike D tickle
Oh,
you, so
well,
you hurt your back.
So I was going between Nia and Bianca, and then I saw it's Bianca from Matt.
You're not supposed to look
You're
at
not
that.
supposed to. You gotta turn the comments off, Holly. You cheater.
I was about to say she's the E EST.
But first, I don't know why I was
Nia.
thinking Nia.
She's a lot bigger.
Yeah,
Oh, it's
she's a lot bigger. Turn your comments off, kids.
I am now. Dang it, Matt.
Cheaters.
I was gonna put Bianca or
Okay.
Nia, but no.
Nia, I think is how you say it.
Nia.
Nia Jax.
Yeah.
That's
All right, you
Caleb's
ready?
favorite.
That's how you say. Oh, yeah. She is
Caleb's
a lot
favorite.
bigger. Now
A
I
lot
can.
bigger. I don't know
Yeah.
if she's always been that big, but I'm going to guess she has. All right. Person
Okay.
number 2.
All right. Oh, yeah.
This isn't fair.
You know it.
Yeah, you know it.
Look,
Think about it.
unlock the door for Paige.
What?
Dad, unlock the door.
You still got your
Just walk
comments
out of the
on.
house.
She doesn't- She doesn't have keys. Yeah, turn your
I'll be back.
comments off, you cheater.
I have to put them into private. I can't turn them off.
Well,
on
yeah, but that was in
screen
the.
here.
That
If I
wasn't
do
in private.
it doesn't show me.
Oh,
And
was that in the private chat?
No.
Oh, no, it wouldn't have been.
It
Oh,
was in
man,
the
I just
good
clicked a button. Hopefully everybody's still there.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah, we're here.
You don't know? I'm pretty sure Caleb got it, so we're going to go ahead and show you
You
who it
know?
is.
I feel
I
like
know who
it's
it is.
really old. Who is it? Oh shit!
Yeah.
It's Clint
Yeah.
Eastwood.
That's not Superman. You go, Mike goes, it's Superman.
Well, he could have been.
Clint Eastwood.
He's a pretty good
Clint
looking dude
Eastwood.
back in the day.
But I mean, let's. Why that picture? Like,
It's just what I found. This segment's going to turn into the taste test segment. It's going to be really hard to find new ones every week, but
I feel like
how's the back?
Hey, she made it in.
picture.
Well, it has to be hard.
Did you just say hi to her and keep the door shut?
I can see her out there.
Okay,
I don't know where she's at.
ready for the next one?
Yeah.
Oh my. You know?
Yeah.
Why do you
No
guys
hints. No hints.
Goonies?
No looking at the comments.
They're redoing the Goonies.
Oh, wait.
No hints.
I know who this is. I do.
I'm not good at this game. Like, I don't even have a guess. Neil?
Yeah, you
Could be
do.
wrong, but I think I do.
Caleb, did you get a guess?
I already know.
And Peter Parker?
Oh.
Is
Peter
that?
Parker.
I don't. He looks like the dude who played Peter Parker.
Yeah,
What?
that's what I guess too.
Show me your guess. Show me your guess.
I don't know his
Tom
name.
Holland.
Yes.
Tom
Did
Holland.
he play Peter Parker? Yes.
She's right.
Or is his name Peter Parker in Spider-Man?
Yeah,
Yes.
I would have just said, yeah, Spider-Man. I don't know. All right, I did say I wasn't going to preface any of these.
This one's a hard one.
This one's hard, but super famous. Okay.
Super famous.
Oh, I know who this is.
Really?
I do.
I thought that even knowing who it was when I was putting it together, I was like, I don't
Gosh.
think I ever knew he looked like this.
I'm trying. Gosh, what's it? I'm having a hard time with his name, but I know who it is. I know the shows he's been in. Crap, what's his name? What's his name?
One slightest clue.
Is it?
You guys can't look, but I'm going to see if anybody in the comments has a clue who this is. There should be bonus points for the correct
Gosh.
answer.
It looks like Malcolm in the Middle's dad.
I know who it is.
Nobody in the comments has got this either. That's a good guess, Meg, but no.
I wasn't still cheating.
I know the shows he's been in.
Nope, Matt, you're incorrect.
He was a.
Captain.
I don't think I would have got this one either. Just to be fair with you guys, this
Can I
one's
say?
pretty hard. Nah, hold on. All right, show me your answers.
I don't even have.
I don't write anything down. All
right, then
I'm
did you-
I put. Is his first name Jeff?
Jeff.
No.
Jeff.
What he's in? He's captain in Star Trek, and he was in Highlander, or
Nope, not the same dude.
he's a captain.
That's what
in Star
Meg
Trek.
thought.
Enterprise. He was in Enterprise. Oh my gosh! Okay, I was way off.
It's Sam Elliott
What
back in the
the-
day.
I didn't even know his name.
Oh, really? From Roadhouse? He's got the coolest voice ever.
Tombstone.
No, I know he's also in
Tombstone, yeah.
The
in
Ranch.
The Ranch. Yes, that's
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. Now listen. There can't be any cheating. Actually, you know what? We'll let the comments cheat if they can get this one.
Oh Lord.
Who is this? And I promise you, you all know who it is.
Is that Dank from Dank and Debbie? No.
Wait.
They look very,
What?
very, very familiar. Oh, is
He
it?
is very, very familiar. Everyone knows who this is.
So like Jelly Roll.
Jason Mewes?
I don't know.
I don't know his last name. I only know his first name.
I am very terrible at this game.
The comments are having a hard time with it. Somebody said Silent Bob. Somebody else said Sloth. Both those are wrong.
Joe Rogan?
When's this
No,
picture taken?
not Joe
you know?
Rogan. Recently, like within the last couple of years.
This picture
This
was?
picture?
Yeah,
What?
that's your hint. You guys are probably gonna be super mad with me when I show you who it is.
Last couple of years.
Any ideas before I show you the answer?
No, I don't have a clue.
I don't have a
Yeah,
clue either.
tell us.
All right, this is what he used to look like, or this is what he looks like now. This is what he used to look like.
What?
Who is
Oh my
it?
gosh.
His name's Sam, but it didn't have his last name. But it's the gift that everyone used all over every social media platform.
Yes, I
forever.
remember that pic.
That's hilarious.
But
Wow.
this is what he looks like now.
Oh.
So I just happened to come across it on the internet. I was like, that has to be one of them. Like, because even I didn't know his name was Sam, but his name is Sam, and that's I knew it was going to be super hard. But
That's
at
funny.
some level in your brain, didn't you kind of think like you were familiar with that person? But you couldn't- yeah, that's why.
Yeah.
But I was thinking like actor, not meme.
Yeah. me
Yeah,
too.
well, I went off script a little bit there just to kind of keep you guys honest. I mean, I have to do that from time to time. But no, so not bad. Not bad. You guys did
So bad at this game.
fairly decent. Yeah. Do you enjoy it?
Get one, not
Yeah,
one.
it's fun.
Oh, I was
I
talking
got
more
the
about
first three.
like Caleb and Greg, but
Oh yeah.
I was just since you're
See,
part of the crew, I was
Sam
just
Elliott.
not,
That threw me off. I thought that was. I looked it up. I thought he was Scott Bakula.
oh no.
You see that? Look
Yeah,
at it. Can
maybe.
you pull it up again?
Maybe.
You know.
Could
You,
be.
But
you
if
know what I'm.
if you think about it though, now you know
wouldn't
it's
have been
Sam
that
Elliott.
old.
If you kind of look at his mouth and right at his eyes, it's kind of like, yeah, I could see that
Yeah, I can see it now.
It kind of looks
But-
like Bryan Cranston or whatever, however you say his
a little
name.
bit from
But the picture's too old for him.
Breaking Bad. Yeah. Actually, he was one of them that I came across, but I thought it was too easy. Trying to make it a little bit of a challenge. What else you guys got? What else you want to talk about?
Why do I feel like there's so much going on? And
I was going to say we can get into some of the current events if you want to.
Yeah, I think we should.
Rapey vibes.
Rapey vibes.
What? Matt.
Yeah, because
Talking P. Diddy. No.
Oh.
yeah,
Oh, he's getting me to say words again. Dadgummit.
yeah, that's one of the words you can't say.
Did you guys see that he only got found guilty on 2 counts of transportation of prostitution?
Prostitution, yeah.
I don't even know what that means because I'm like, why didn't you just go to Nevada in a county that's smaller? It's free, like, or not free, but it's legal. You can totally.
Yeah.
Go. That was stupid. But they still didn't let him out on bail.
No, well, I also read that both of the counts that he did get found guilty for, like, there's still pretty severe jail time tied to those. Like, I think they said that.
Get it though,
I
because
don't know.
I feel like there are. Okay, and this isn't saying that like he isn't scum and gross and a bad person. Like I'm not saying that, but I know people who've been charged with worse that got off.
Oh yeah,
Easier than that. So that's
and
why.
money seems to speak too, seems to talk.
Right. So I find it very odd that they won't let him out on bail, especially for the 2 charges. They're not like flight risk type of charges, right? Like, I don't know.
Oh,
I can't really wrap my brain around why they're being so harsh to him still. I mean, I get why they are, but by the law and different things we've seen,
Yeah.
he should at least, at the very minimum, get out on bail, especially like $1 million. I think
yeah. Well,
first charge actually got less bail. Seriously.
yeah. I would put my Greg hat on here and say that there probably has something to do with what he knows and the people he can bring down with him. And this is some sort of a behind the scenes plea deal, would be my guess, because they were all in with all these charges and then they just dropped 3 of them.
And the biggest ones, the more harsh ones. I mean,
so my guess is, hey, you were in the middle of some really bad stuff, but you do have a lot of information that can burn a lot of people. You have to serve something for public appearance and PR's sake. And he said, okay, and this is what, and my guess is he'll serve some jail time, but it won't be very much. And it'll probably be cushy. And he'll probably come out and do the same things he was doing before. And that it'll just be quieter.
Yeah.
People will be more careful because now they know, oh crap, we might have to go to court over this.
Yeah, I think everything you see on TV and social media is 10, 20% truth, 80% bullshit.
Go back to the Epstein files. Like all of a sudden we're going to get all of them and then we don't get any of it. And what we did see was nothing new. And we still years later know that we've had somebody that was prostituting these minors and all these things, but we don't have anybody that paid for them or showed up and committed the acts of these people. And then one of them shows up dead, and there's powerful people will do crazy things to stay powerful.
Yeah.
And I think that there's a lot of those things where people make promises and then they get into the position of actually being able to follow through with those promises, and they realize, oh, this is why nobody has said or done anything with any of this information, because it's covering up like big time tracks.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, I still think it's crap. I still think they should absolutely be 100% truthful with the American public and let us deal with it the way that we honestly, like, give us the honest facts. We get to deal with it honestly. And then if you are a perv or a jerk or whatever, breaking the law, then we don't do business with you or we don't vote you back in. That's your trade-off. Like, there's weird people out there, but some of them we don't know anything about because they're not in the public eye.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And everybody believes everything they hear and see.
Yeah.
I was talking to one of my friends yesterday about just social media and internet in general. And how back when, we grew up with really no internet. We didn't. And so it was so much more calm and peaceful because we didn't know things that were going on around us. And it's kind of like which one is the better side? Because I didn't know a whole lot was going on, but I was so didn't really have a care in the world at that time either. But now it's like I see things and it's bad. You just see all the bad in the world and you're like, was this always happening? But we didn't know about it.
At some level, yes, I would guess so.
Are a little Looney Tune upstairs that I even realized.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know that there was this much chaos and mental health issues when I was younger, when no internet. I mean, even in high school, we didn't really have the internet that showed us everything. And I didn't know that was, and then trafficking. When I was younger, I didn't know that was as big as it is.
But was it?
I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know either because
it has to be. It's like $1 billion industry.
Yeah.
Trafficking.
But people used to hitchhike all the time. People used to hitchhike all the time, get rides from strangers all the time in the 80s. And I mean, I did, and nobody, I don't think nobody was ever kidnapped, or if it was a big deal. Like it was in the newspaper, on the news. I don't know, Holly. That's a good question because I do think there was innocence lost with the invention of social media. Maybe not right away, but I
Well,
did
it's
like
just-
kind of living in bliss, ignorant bliss.
Well, and
It's
but
like-
at the same time, there's good things too that you never see. A lot of
Yeah.
good things.
I feel like
Right.
you see more bad than good.
Oh,
and
well,
that's
I
what
think-
sells.
Yeah,
the
that's
good,
Clickbait,
like,
so,
Control.
yeah.
That's fear monger. That's how you control people.
that
Me-
You
that
keep
gets
them
the
in a
clicks.
negative.
Me
Yeah.
myself, I used to hitchhike all the time. And my aunt who recently passed away, she used to tell me stories about how she would hitchhike all the way. It was like 2 hours to Tucson to go party, like to go to like out to clubs and stuff.
Mhm.
And I'm like, what? You wouldn't even, that would not, she would not be alive today if she was doing it in today's world. Well, I mean, she's not
True.
alive anymore, but she
No.
wouldn't be, you know what I mean? Like it,
Some weirdo would have picked her up, and that'd have been it.
right. But that wasn't a scare back then.
Nope. Because I can
Why?
also tell you too that's something that used to happen all the time that doesn't happen anymore. If you broke down on the side of the road, guess who stopped and helped you?
A
Truckers.
trucker.
Semi truckers stopped and helped anybody. Not everyone, but
Yeah.
most of the time you saw a semi pulled over with hazard lights on. They were helping some with like motorist assist.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was because they had the tools or because they had the knowledge or because they had the giant trailer with the flashers, so it kind of protected you from traffic or
Yeah.
whatever. But that doesn't happen anymore. That doesn't. You don't see that. But I don't think people trust each other as much as they used to either because of ignorance. I mean, and I don't mean that in a derogatory way. It's just they didn't know, you
Yeah.
know. And I do think some of Meg said he'd stop the offer, or at least offer, and I get that. But I do think some of the reason why people don't stop as much anymore is because everyone knows everyone has a cell phone,
Yeah.
That
That's
is
what I was
true
gonna say.
too.
and I am less likely to stop if it's somebody I don't know because I've tried that before, and I have freaked out some people thinking that like they must have
Yeah.
thought I was there for a bad reason. And
Yeah.
all I was
Same
trying
thing.
to do is like, I see you struggling to get this tire on and off your car. Like I can literally do it in like 5 minutes, but like one lady jumped in her car and locked the doors. And I know
Yeah, I
I'm
don't
not
blame.
a
I
very-
mean,
I'm not a pretty individual, but I also don't think I look like
that,
a serial murderer, but I don't
I
know.
know what
that
you
poses
mean.
the question: what does a serial murderer look like?
I don't know. Ask my wife. She's the one that watches all those crazy.
Well, and that's the thing is, well, so do I, and they all look different. Like
Dexter.
it could be Joe Schmo down the street. You would never guess
Yes.
they were that way. Just like what's his name?
Matt?
Was it Ted Bundy that was like super handsome?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
Yeah.
He was the one that used to pick up hitchhikers.
Yeah.
yeah,
And he killed a lot of
like-
people because everyone hitchhiked.
Matt,
Yeah.
you guys read Matt's comment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just ignore it.
Yes. Yes.
I'm gonna have to. I took the root word of that, and you can't type that word because that actually gets us like
Oh,
Flag.
they
or
won't
something.
share it. Yeah, we
Flagged.
have flagged. I'll have to do that with that word too because we might
Dang
get
it,
flagged for
Matt.
that too.
Man.
Anyways, it'll be all right if we do. We're at our 7 viewers are they're used to it by now. So
But can we also talk about Elon launching his American party?
yeah, so we've got a
Me-
few minutes left.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
Yeah, but
explain, please, because I don't get it.
well, so basically he said I think it's the big beautiful bill or whatever they're calling it. He
Yeah.
said if it passed, he was going to launch another party because he believes the Democrats and the Republicans are
Mhm.
basically one party. They just show themselves to be two so that people feel like they have a choice.
I agree
I
with
can
him.
see
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
I don't think he's wrong. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't either.
Right.
So he said if it passed, the next day he was going to launch the American Party. Now, there's still a lot of things that have to go into that. And Megalodon says that's stupid. Third parties never work. You are right. But nobody's ever had the money to back another political
That's
party
what
like
I was
Elon
just
Musk
gonna
has
say.
either.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I can remember when Ross Perot tried to run as an independent and pushed all that. And he wasn't willing. I think he spent a few $1 million, but he wasn't willing to do, I think, what Elon's willing to do. I also don't think anybody has the outreach when it comes to social media like Elon does. Like, he literally can make me have to see every one of his posts if he wants that.
Was Bernie Sanders a third party?
Feel the burn.
he was a
he was Democrat.
He was
Bernie.
Democrat.
He just
I
never
couldn't
won
remember.
He never won the primary.
He had a good meme.
He just needs to go away. But I think that's also the other thing too is
He
we
will.
need some term limits on some people. Like, this is getting a little bit ridiculous.
To
But
me,
I
that's common
will
sense.
say that the third party, historically, it usually doesn't do well. But we're also not into like a presidential election for another 3 years. So there's time too.
No party.
Oh, I would 100% be on that American party. Thank you.
It depends on who they're putting out there, though.
How about no party? Why label yourself?
There you
Because
go.
you have to get enough votes.
Because
If
they
you
did
don't-
it. Because then you become part of their system.
But you don't have a choice at this point. Otherwise,
You
you're going to
always
get
have a choice. Watch the
No.
Matrix.
no. You're
The
going to
Hollywood
have
president.
you're going to get 1,000 votes, and you're going to get slaughtered by somebody else that gets 60 million votes.
Dismantle the government.
Well, you can't do that without another party getting in there because the Democrats and Republicans ain't going to do it.
Oh my!
But really, I
The
think
robots.
when it comes back to that big, beautiful bill, a couple things that, and I'm not going to get into all the specifics of the numbers, but I have kind of dove into it. I believe a lot of the things that you're seeing that the left says is in the bill that are bad, and a lot of the things that the right says that you see that are in the bill that are good, it's in the middle. Like, I'm seeing Medicaid cuts for people that shouldn't be on Medicaid, but I'm also seeing like spending like we've never seen before. Elon thinks that Trump's going to bankrupt America. Will he? I don't know. Maybe.
How do you bankrupt on it?
Well-
How would America go bankrupt? Let's just think about this for just a second.
That's where I was going with it, is that the only way that
Sorry.
happens is if somebody comes to collect the debt. But until somebody comes to collect the debt, it's not really going. We're not going to be bankrupt unless people refuse to sell us things or loan us money.
Well, I do know that there are a few countries that want their gold back.
Yeah. Do you
That
think
works.
do you think we have it still?
No, I don't.
No.
Because what about
Nope.
going into Fort Knox and opening that up and taking the camera crews in? That just went away.
Still waiting on my $5,000.
Yeah, I told you a long
It's all
time ago
for
you weren't getting a
TV.
$5,000 check. It is. It's all political stunts, and I do
Everything's
think
for
Well,
show.
Yeah,
That's
and
not the
Matt,
real stuff.
Matt says, "Come and take it." They're not going to. So I don't ever see our country. So it doesn't matter.
well,
have-
You're getting
Wait.
programmed.
Yeah.
we have
We're getting
built ourselves into a power of that people can't just not trade with us because they need things that we have, and they need us to buy the things that they make. If we don't, then that's going to screw up their entire economy, and it would be bad for a lot of people. But I will tell you that through this American party, what I could get excited about is maybe some things could actually change, like term limits and just different things like that. But what's the majority has to be now? Because, it's like we got to have 51 votes in the Senate. Well, if there's another party involved, they just side with one of the others. There's going to be, Paige says, how about complete
Paige.
anarchy? Good luck with
Now,
that.
there we go.
Yeah.
Now we're talking. Dismantle the government.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That'd
I
be
just
crazy.
watched The Purge.
Yeah. Tell me how you're going to do that, though. The only way you do it is if a majority of people quit paying taxes.
Can we
Some of
stop
them,
this now?
you can't stop paying taxes unless you want to stop buying things.
Nasara
There's
Gasara.
no way around not paying taxes. There
No.
really is no way around
Income
I don't know
tax,
if I
you
can
could
say
you
that.
could withdraw zero and then just not write them a check. But if you're the only one that does that, you're going to jail, and they'll make an example out of you. It would have to be millions of people that decided
it. We
not to do
all
that.
band together and stop paying income tax.
Yes, make an example. with me.
Jeez Louise. Because
It's got to be more than the 4 of us and our 7 viewers. Let me just say that.
The faith of a
I'm
mustard
so
seed.
tired. Like honestly, with
There
the
you
big
go.
beautiful bill, I know there's like good things, no tax on tips,
Overtime. Yeah.
overtime, like, and that's like really big for people, a lot of people.
I've
That-
always thought overtime tax was a hoax. If I
Well,
work more than what you're
Yeah.
budgeted me to pay in taxes,
Yeah.
you shouldn't
Right.
get any more.
I
No,
think
and
when
I
people
totally
just quit believing
agree.
what's on TV,
That's never
everything
going to happen,
crumbles.
Greg. Because most people are too
I
simple-minded.
believe in. I disagree.
I think it's
Can't
going
think that way.
to impact the middle class worse than any other class. This big beautiful bill, and
How so?
with taxes, I think our taxes are going to go even higher. Watch, we're going to be paying a whole lot more. I promise you.
Maybe. I mean,
Don't say-
usually that's what happens. But
Don't
I
promise
think
that.
I think the
And
lower
that's
class is the
exactly-
class
Want
that's going to
that?
get affected the most, though, because they can't even get Medicaid and stuff if they don't have. I think it's like work 20 hours or 30 hours a week.
Yeah.
Some of these people haven't worked in decades. I mean, I've seen videos going viral of people spending their $3,000 EBT on groceries and things like that and celebrating it. And now you are supposed to not be able to qualify for that unless you work so many hours a
Well,
week.
they need to fix a whole lot more than just that then, because they're setting it up to those people to not want to work because they'd make more not working than actually working a part-time job.
Yeah.
And then all of this gets taken away because they're making too much money. It's broken. Our system is
Oh, yeah.
broken.
What's the only way to fix it? It
Start
has to
over.
collapse.
Yeah, too many people propping it up right now, though. But you know what the Bible says about people that can work that won't work?
They don't
You
get
let
to
them
eat bread,
Starve.
You let them starve.
Oh, see, I
They
don't
can eat
know.
shrimp,
I just have
but
such
they
a hard
can't eat bread.
this whole
See, and that's where it is because people have the empathy of, oh, well, you can't starve. But the only way to make sure that doesn't happen is go get a job. Because it used to be the churches took care of the sick and the
Yeah.
poor and there
Yeah.
was no government
What?
assistance.
And you know
But
what?
then people started taking advantage of it and put the churches in a financial strain. And then the local governments got involved, and then the state governments got involved, and then the federal government, I really think, got involved because they realized
You get the votes.
we can get votes.
Right. And
And
they create food shortages, you know.
Yeah.
well, even
You
past
know,
that, though,
they pay
look at where
farmers
the
to
red
destroy
and
crops.
oh yeah, they've been doing that
They-
for years.
Yeah, I mean,
But-
food is abundant.
Yeah.
But look at the votes, like the red and blue votes on a map, and then tell me where most of those like low family or low income families are at. They're voting for the color that's giving them all the free stuff. How you reset that, I have no idea. And I don't think the Republicans or the Democrats want it reset.
But how
I
much
am
do you
along
believe
with-
that red and blue map is accurate?
I think it's pretty accurate. If you look at Missouri's counties, it's like 98% of the counties vote one way, and
The
St.
cities
Louis
are-
and Kansas City vote a different way.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
that's
usually
how-
relatively close.
That's
Like,
here too.
Yeah.
But
uh, the-
St. Louis and Kansas City counties have just as many or more people than all the other counties in Missouri combined. So,
Yeah, see, here
You know.
it's like the Maricopa County, which is like
Mm.
Phoenix area.
we
It's
know
so
about that. We've
Yeah.
heard about it on the
Maricopa.
news.
Yeah, we did.
Holly.
Yeah.
But and like all the other little counties, all over, they're more, I don't know, left, right. I don't know what the difference is anyway. But they're more Republicans outside, and then inner cities, the actual cities, are Democratic.
Yeah.
So-
Same.
Yeah, it's
Balance.
Who gets the most in percentage wise though, which of those counties gets the most government aid?
Maricopa,
Yeah. That's
the
what I'm
big
saying.
inner city.
I'm not
Yeah.
saying there's not poor people that live in rural communities and things like that, but that's just
There
not
is, yeah, but
yeah.
not
but
it's
not to the because but if you don't start changing people's work ethics, you're not going to change anything.
all true. Not all true in blue states. I know ours was a blue state, and we had to have an ID to vote. Like there's
Yeah, I
Um,
think a lot of that is what you see on TV. Don't believe
yeah, 'cause
everything.
I absolutely had to get my ID.
Well, you know how Elon said that the Democrats and the Republicans are basically the same party and this and that, and that it's just an illusion. I feel the
I
same
agree
thing
with
about.
him.
Well, I feel the same thing about race, though.
I
Yes.
do.
Yes.
It's like
I would.
the Mexicans hate the whites, and the whites hate the blacks, and the blacks hate the Mexicans, and all
We're
of
all
the
the
whatever.
same race.
Dude,
We're
I don't.
all
Scientifically.
things.
Every
Go back-
interaction I have with a different
Yes.
race is always pleasant.
Mine
I'm
too.
not saying that they're
Like
always going
the
to be that way.
Andorians from another galaxy, like because you say race, but they've programmed you to think that way
Yeah, but
You
I
say
don't see it that way. I've never seen it that way.
because it's agreed. Me, same
Yeah.
here. Because it's not that way.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no.
yeah.
That's an
And-
illusion.
but I don't think it's just us sitting here saying that or me sitting here as a white male saying that. It is
Right.
like the people I interact with other races feel the same way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It doesn't
I agree.
matter. You know, we worked in Kansas City for however many years, ran into many different races,
Well-
never had any issues with any of them.
Mhm.
Right.
We had people in our company with other races. Some of them I thought were some of the coolest people that worked at our company.
Oh,
If you-
the
What?
best thing
And-
about my job
Mhm.
is how many different people I get to work with.
Eh.
Because I mean, I have people from Germany, people from France, people from India, people from the Czech. And that is
Right.
to learn about their cultures is amazing. It is
See,
the best
that's
job.
you just nailed it. I think the true differences in people is the culture, not the color
Yes.
of their skin.
Not race. That's not a thing.
So when you have generations of, say, someone that's not white in the United States, what makes them so much different than another race that's been in the United
Well-
States for generations? They might have
Right.
a little bit of culture that's been passed
What-
down, but to me, like you said, from
Ethnicity.
Germany,
It's their ethnicity.
yeah. But I still think that's cool. I mean, why do we
Right.
travel to other countries to experience that?
See,
Otherwise, why would you ever leave?
right.
It's
Right.
weird.
Well, they created the
that-
program
that
of
one is
race.
really
It's a
hard
program.
because
Well, it's all about hate. It's all about division, is
It's-
what it's for.
That's
It's
exactly
an
what it
illusion.
is.
Yeah.
And I can't wrap my brain around that because when it's all said and done, the only thing that is making us different is color of our skin.
Yeah.
We are all human beings. And
Yeah,
that
we
is
have different beliefs and things like that, but I'm just saying at the core of it
insane.
that I think the majority of people are like there's no issue.
No.
I think the
We're
ones
all
that
the
have
same.
issue are the least of the intelligent people or
It's
the least intelligent people because they buy into all the narratives that you see on television. And that's just sad to me.
the
But, you know,
controllers of
you
all
have
things.
those people who are just freaking racist, and there is nothing that you can say or
Both
do.
sides
And see,
Yeah.
they,
or
Oh,
any
they,
side.
they've
Yeah,
taught us to
both
use that
sides.
word. We still use it even though we don't believe in it.
What?
Race. We say racists, but it's not being racist because we're
What is-
programmed to say that word.
What? I mean,
We're just
what-
prejudice. Prejudice is a correct term
Yeah.
because we're all the
Did
same.
you see
race,
what's
but
happened
we
in
still
Mexico?
say racist,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but that's not a thing. That would be like the aliens finally came down and we don't like them. That would be being racist, not
True.
another
Because it's a
human.
different race. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Did
It's
you
a
see what's
different
happening
genetic.
in Mexico right now?
Greg, I didn't think
Yeah.
about it like that.
Yeah, but
yes,
we still.
yes.
Yeah, but we still
they don't
say
want
it.
Americans. They want Americans to lead.
Die Gringo Die. There's people were painting it on the side of their houses and things like that. But it's hilarious to me that they don't want the Americans invading their culture, and we're having supposedly the same problem with Mexicans invading our culture. And Americans are trying to go to Mexico with their American flags, and the Mexicans are coming to America with their Mexican flags. And it's like, what in the hell is going on? Like, is this real life? Like, it's just super strange to me.
I
I
would
don't know.
think
Well-
until I opened my mouth, and then they'd be like, "Get out of here, gringo."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just think
Wow.
that it is a narrative that's been built by people that are way
Yes.
more powerful than we are, and we know what we are supposed to do with other human beings. We're to care for them. or to love them. You have to have discernment though, right? If you know someone is a bad person, they've done bad things, I'm not going to just let them hang out with my wife. Okay. But so you can't be ignorant, but you
What?
have people that listen to this narrative and on and on and on, and they just believe anything you tell them. And then those are the ones that you see on television that just hate. You can just tell they've got hate in their heart. Like they are
Oh.
angry and they don't even know what for. And,
Right.
but I do think those,
What?
have you ever noticed real
It's-
quick, Greg, I don't mean to interrupt you, but have you ever noticed in the Midwest when there's a tornado, who do they interview on TV? The people in the trailer parks, right?
Oh, we're the most. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
So
for TV.
on that, so on that same part, when there are these protests, who are the people they interview? The freakiest people they can find.
Yeah, why
I
is
promise
that?
you.
Or
that-
people they've paid to play that part, which
Well,
does
maybe,
happen.
but you don't even have to go into the pay to play part. It's just like the
Hmm.
freakiest people that they can find, and
It's like clickbait.
it is,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and it just
It's-
puts their narrative in even further and stuffs it down everyone's throats. I don't
'Cause
care
it's
what
not-
side of
it's
that
not
aisle you're on.
real.
Terrible, because I was on the news one time. They interviewed me because of a fire. You think people were like, why do they get the
Yeah.
The freakiest person that was standing there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With matches in her hand.
A can full of.
Like that meme.
No one found out still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, well, I had that down there, and I'm glad we got to it because there was a lot going on. But I have a feeling we'll know even more by next week, and maybe we can pick it up in the earlier hours of the podcast next week. So,
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Well, I got a challenge for everyone
Take a nap today,
for this
Josh.
week.
You're so proud of me.
a challenge, Greg. We already have to watch the
I
challenge.
know, but I got a challenge for everyone out there.
Oh, no.
Yes,
Next
Greg.
time you're looking at social media or TV and you start getting emotionally involved, just stop and think, why do I feel this way? Am I being controlled? Is it possible? And just be aware of
Maybe.
it. Don't get emotionally involved.
Who the hell's this, Greg?
Right. What is happening right now?
What happened to Greg? No.
Stop it. Break the system.
Where's our other Greg at? The guy that like is anarchy for everyone.
Right.
Now, hey, everything's balanced. There's a time and season for anarchy. Sons of Anarchy.
Aw, sons.
That's a good show, right?
I think.
Oh.
I've never watched it, but everybody
like,
says it's good.
It's actually, I watched like the first season of it, and
Season 2 sucked.
but I don't know why we stopped watching it.
Probably because season 2.
Oh, maybe.
Mm.
After that, it was good again,
There's a
but
reason we just stopped watching it.
when they went to Ireland, it was no good anymore. But I stuck with it because I was bored.
No, you're not going to be because you have 40 seasons of the challenge.
Oh, Holly,
man.
let me tell you something.
Never be bored again.
There's never a chance in hell
Never adult.
that I am going to watch 40 years worth of a TV show.
Now
it's
watch.
If it is that amazing,
Wait.
Mhm.
I will watch like 10. I will probably watch 3 seasons if it's that amazing.
I
Well,
kind
if
of
it's
feel
still
like,
on, it must be decent.
Yeah.
yeah, it's still on.
Touche.
I kind of feel like I don't
Touche,
know if you
Taylor.
guys should start. You know how like you go back and watch shows that are older, and you're like,
Yeah.
oh, this is stupid. I feel like
Yeah.
it might feel that way.
Well, we'll see. Go back and watch season 1, Holly.
Yeah, I
You
am.
go back and watch it with us, and then we'll see how we feel.
Yeah,
next
and
week.
then I'll be like, maybe we need to start at like season 30. But I
30.
just because there are still people on the challenge on present day that were on the very first season.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. So I mean,
Dang.
that's yeah. Well, some of them are like in their 50s doing it. We just watched one what was that? Where they came back from, I think 2 of them were from season 1, and they ended up winning the whole thing.
Oh, spoiler, Holly. Jeez.
Well, that was season
No, no,
4.
I'll watch
Oh, wait. We already did we set rules for spoilers?
We set rules for spoilers.
Well,
How
That
many
was
years
last
ago was that, Holly?
like it was seriously like 6 months ago.
Oh, it has to be the next season has to come out before you can tell the end. We made that rule last week.
Yeah.
Oh,
Did
listen,
you not watch the podcast last week?
Oh my gosh, there is a winner like actual winner after every season. Each season there's a new winner, so there's no spoilers.
Yeah, but is there more than one season in a year?
It's like Survivor, I think. It every 6 months.
Yeah, it's very similar to like the Survivor kind of show, like the
It's like the fall and the spring season.
yeah. But the only difference is the Survivor. They're all new people over and over. Eventually, and I'm not even sure, like seasons 1 through, we'll just say 10, have the same people, or if they're all new people too, and then they start bringing back the people that were existing already. So
I can't wait to watch it. I'm so excited.
I know, you can tell all over your face.
I'm ready.
Josh being a jerk.
Yeah, he is.
I don't mean to be.
All
right. Well, it's been almost it has been an hour and a half, so we ought to let these people go.
Not like Survivor, it's a similar layout.
The seasons, or
yeah,
multiple seasons in a year.
Fat stir in the pot.
Just watch it.
Holly, you're going to be upset if we don't like it, aren't you?
I'm not gonna be upset about season 1 because I feel like I might not even like it just because it's so old.
But it sounds like you can't really jump back into the middle of it if some of the same people keep coming back. You don't know the relationship in the past.
Well, that's exactly it. You won't know the relationship, but everything's new. Like the games that they do, they're all new. It's not like you just won't know who hates who, because that's a thing. And why they're Oh, and you know TJ, what is his name? TJ Lavin. He's a BMXer. You don't know who that is?
This body wasn't built to be a BMXer, so I didn't really ever get into that.
He has hosted for, I don't think since season 1, but he's been there forever.
Oh, he's the host?
The Lord.
So actually, I do know who you're talking about because I used to watch Ridiculousness and I saw him pop up. Yeah. Now it's hitting me what the challenge is. I've seen commercials for it before when I was watching Ridiculousness on MTV. That name kind of, all right. Maybe it won't suck too bad, but
he got in a really bad crash and damn near died. That's even on one of the seasons. He comes back and everybody's like, it's a miracle that he is alive and walking.
Really?
And it's really good. I feel like, you're going to have to watch all the seasons.
Now that I remember some of the commercials, I'm a little bit worried about the drama aspect of this challenge.
Yeah, that definitely is a thing. Mike hates that part. That's like the part. I'm like, oh, he's gonna get him.
That's why I never turn it on. I don't think so.
So, Holly, is that your favorite reality show?
100.
Housewives?
It's very. Oh no. So it's very between Big Brother and The Challenge. Those are the two. I absolutely love those shows. The Housewives is seriously like a guilty pleasure, trashy TV kind of thing that I watch.
My grandmother used to watch The Bachelor. That was her guilty pleasure.
Kind of like, you know how the old grannies used to get into soap operas?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what The Housewives is for me. It's like a soap opera.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Just real, like real people, reality TV. I'm still pretty convinced that they're scripted.
Yeah.
Like really push them towards a certain storyline.
Yeah. I think all those shows are.
But yeah, that's like definitely my just trashy, guilty pleasure kind of thing. But Challenge, Big Brother, those two are my absolute favorite shows to watch. I hate when there's no season going on, when they take a break, because I'm like, now what I'm going to watch? Love Island. Why am I watching Love Island?
I don't know if it's still on. I used to like to watch Amazing Race, just because you can go around the world.
Yeah. There's another one that's
that was. Yeah.
And I watched. It's called Destination X. That one's actually really good. It's cool, because they blindfold them and they don't know where they are in the world. They know they're in Europe somewhere, but they have to guess exactly where they are in Europe. And they have little clues. They do challenges to get little clues of where they are. And then they go into this map room thing where they have to guess exactly where they are. And the furthest person away from where they actually are goes home.
Oh,
I would probably go.
That would be cool.
And Tegan, right?
Negan. That's what I was just going to ask you. That's the one Negan's hosting.
I have seen that. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. It's actually,
Negan's
we
cool.
watched that one together. We like it.
I like your cut, by the way.
They're like,
My big cup. I didn't
It's
have
super-
time
what's
to-
the show? Naked and Afraid.
It's like Friends, the Friends cups. That's why it's my favorite.
Oh,
Oh, I just thought the polka dots were right up your alley.
Well, that too. You should see I got a dress that looks almost like this. Just came in.
so does
So
Just
Jack.
can't,
Greg,
man.
you're going to be on Naked and Afraid?
I mean, I would if they paid
Mike
me.
wants to go on Naked and Afraid.
I would
Yeah.
go on that.
Why don't
I'd
you
do
guys
it.
go together? You can team
Oh,
up.
he wants to go. Oh,
All
God.
right, Mike. Mike, are you down?
He
They
wants
let
to
you bring
go
one
on
item, right?
Alone, too. He really likes Alone. He thinks he could do it.
Oh, I like Alone.
Until the
I
bears
I'm
couldn't
show up.
survive in it, but I enjoy watching it.
Well,
there's
they're
no
gonna
wildlife.
protect you to a degree.
If there's no wildlife, I could do it in a heartbeat. The
No,
weather
isn't
and stuff like that,
Alone-
who cares?
But isn't Alone where they have they have to film themselves? Like there's
Yeah.
no
There's
Yeah.
no
Oh.
thing. No.
They do have a emergency
yes.
thing they can hit, but if you hit it, you're done.
Yeah,
well,
you're
they do
right.
Because
come
they
by
come
like
in and-
once a week and giving new batteries or
Yeah.
something, but you're basically by yourself.
I was gonna say at some point there's a safety feature.
Yeah.
What's
yeah,
that?
but
For
they
sure.
are right next to you. So if a bear comes
Right.
into your camp, they may
Wouldn't
be
that
picking up your
suck?
shoes.
I feel like we need to go. So Mike and I were watching this show. I cannot remember right now. It might come to me as I'm telling you guys what it is. But there's a show where you like family members or even friends pick one person to go out in the wild. It's called Extracted. You send that person, and then while the others are in a room, like in this big room, watching them on TV, and they have to decide whether the person is extracted, like you want them to come home or you let them write it out. And I feel like we can let Matt write it out and we can plot in. I mean,
Yes.
it's actually a good show too. Extracted.
Yeah.
That one's fun.
Let's
I
do
feel
it.
like we
We'll
can.
let Matt write it out.
Well, he said there's no doubt in his mind that he could do any of these Survivor shows. So
That'd be
let's
cool.
all audition, get Matt to go there, and we'll be the ones saying, okay, send him this. And you have like we
Yes.
will have to compete for his
You will call us Oracle
not
Matt.
his resources, food, everything, clothing.
Really?
And
It's like
yes,
an RTS video game.
if you guys can't tell, we really like the game, like the
You're
challenge.
getting pretty excited about
Yes,
it. Yeah, I can
yes.
tell. You're pretty hyped up about it.
They're my
Good.
favorite shows. I like that they have to do crazy things, like crazy things I would never do in my life.
Yeah.
Matt will do crazy
Fair.
things.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I guess that's the longest episode ever. Okay. Inside joke, second longest episode ever. But
What was
if
it?
you
Oh.
think, don't say it out loud. Think about it. You'll know.
Well,
Okay, come on.
Episode, right.
It's
I
gotta-
know what you're thinking. So
Holly?
the New Year's didn't count.
No, New Year's doesn't count. Holly,
Okay. That was long.
it's like 2.5 hours long.
Yeah.
You know.
We had a special guest.
I know, but who?
All right. That's it.
I got nothing. All right.
I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. Guys, have a great week and God bless.
Be kind.
I'm Caleb. Please like and subscribe.